just want what they want, and then it's too late. When I took the step, was I moved by lust? Was I moved by faith? The truth has a way of finding the light or changing in time. Did I fall in love? Did I make it up inside my mind?
Welcome back, Overwatch fans, to another amazing night.
We have a fantastic match tonight, no question about it.
Oh my god, yes!
Put the barrage! Make sure they can't even follow up afterwards.
And Wash down 2 in this fight thus far. Make that 3, make that 4 right now here. Dynamic team gets a 4! 4-man tire!
Those who find the picks will save the fight, and they don't really need to save what they've already won.
Andre gets 3 with the Primal Rage!
Experience tranquility.
One. We're unmuted.
Why was I... Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tranquility Gaming Season 8 Transcendence Tier All-Star Night. If you couldn't tell by the fact that he was speaking before we actually got live, I'm joined here by Time Monster. My name is Bowsy. We have Laggy Sun Production as well, and we're in for a fun night of shenanigans here in the Transcendence All-Stars.
Yeah, we had a fun morning, or I guess it was afternoon, but it's morning to me. But we had a fun afternoon of shenanigans as well over in EU. If you missed that, then Indigo didn't quite sweep Orem, but they went 4-0, and then that final map, Orem had a little bit more life to him. Got in that Reinhardt v Reinhardt 6v6, and they literally only played Reinhardt, and it turned out Indigo had the better Reins there. So coming into this, probably not the same exact situation we're going to have, because the 5th map isn't going to be No Limits. A little bit of a spoiler, but you know, it's going to be a fun night, a fun, chaotic night, and we do have interviews unlike this afternoon, so if you were missing that, we're having it again.
Absolutely. We'll be dragging in some of the Transcendence tier players, most likely without them knowing about it, so we can talk to them about everything that's going on about Tranquility and ask them some interesting questions, some of which have some very good history to them, especially in Tranquility, so we'll see what they bring to the table. We're going to be getting into the first map of the series. As All-Stars usually go, we play all 5 maps. The first 2 are your normal 2-2-2 standard composition ones, but once we hit after halftime, things get interesting.
Yeah, so the first 2, as you said, 2-2-2, the first 2, 2-2-2, 2-2-2, 2-2-2, 2-2-2, then we go to Goats Row. I don't know why I started saying that, but I did. You know, it's the classic Goats on Kings Row. Where else are we going to play it? We have to play some Kings Row, and this is going to be the second to last time that you're probably going to see Goats streamed in a while, because, well, when Overwatch 2 drops, that's going to happen. Probably going to make it 5v5. At the very least in the middle of the next season. I don't know anything about what the admins are thinking. That is just my own personal thought. So no pressure to the admins to make a decision. Don't pressure the admins to make a decision. That's just what I am assuming off of my ivory castle of assumptions. But, you know, probably going to be one of the last times you see Goats, so that'll be fun. That was a long rant for no reason. Then is all on one roll in the 3 different planes of Lijiang. 6 tanks, 6 DPS, 6 supports on both sides. And then finally, total mayhem on Watchpoint Gibraltar. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see how all these go out and what's going to be resulting here. We're going to be heading into our first map of the day. Our first 2-2-2 map is taking place on Rialto, or at least at this point, I could be calling it Rial 2, and there would be no difference. But it'll be interesting to see what the teams pull out here. And of course, we have our first interviewing suspect over in the Transcendence tier, known mainly for his name. It is Stinky, and I'm going to be moving into here right now.
Hello,
Stinky.
Hello, Stinky. How is your day going, Yort, as you are also known as?
Great. Very great.
Yeah?
I'm very
Any...
as you can tell.
Yeah, I was about to say anything else to add, and you did have a couple more words to add, so thank you for that. You were a part of Insidious this season. How was your season? Sorry.
I mean, for
From
just
an enjoyment level, mostly, I mean.
oh, it was awesome. It was great. I had an amazing time. Met a lot of people. You know, really, really great overall. We made the playoffs, so can't complain.
Yeah, it was I'm sure you had a fun time this season.
Yeah,
It's always fun.
So I need to ask, sir, because your name has been regarded as one of the best names in Transcendence tier. How did it come to be?
Well, this is ooh. All of my accounts have just goofy names, so
Yeah.
just whatever my favorite meme is at the time, generally.
So in this case, it is Stinky. That is.
I love it.
A few months late to the party, but we'll give you a pass.
Come on.
Somehow, Sly sent them off themselves off the map. Just want to, let you guys know that. Found that kind of interesting.
Yeah, they're just having a little dip in the waters. PDK will also eliminate Crystal. But right now, it looks like Indigo team doing a good job, but Cam ends up getting the back pick onto Haruhito. So it's all over the place right now, but it looks like at the end, Indigo team's gonna be able to push forward with Cam in the back line. But Smoke's starting to wake up on that Widowmaker.
So Yort, you mind if I call you Yort, or would you rather me call you Stinky?
Yort's fine.
Yort is fine. All right, Mr. Yort. So I've been asking this question all last night. I tried to ask it earlier today until somebody interrupted. But you have the opportunity to create any character with any set of abilities in any role that you may possibly want. They could be ridiculously overpowered, ridiculously underpowered, very niche, very overwhelming in what they're able to do. How would you design a character and why?
A list of questions would have been awesome.
Yeah, I know, but the best part is putting people on the spot. I love it.
The best part about everything is surprise.
Yeah.
You
Would
know,
you rather
I
would you
think-
rather have an answer prepared and it be something boring like a Mercy rework? No.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Man, there's so many different options.
You don't have any expectations here is the best part because I just sprung it on you. So you can say literally anything.
Yeah, you can say anything and no one be disappointed.
And I would be impressed.
Yeah.
You could literally say a toaster with an AK-47 and it'd be like, wow, that's super cool, man.
You know, it's something I've always dreamed of, is a Torb rework, right?
Mm-hmm.
But his turret is Bastion, and it one-shots.
Oh, so Overwatch.
That's a really good idea, man.
Yeah,
Does it go through DM too, or is it just...
yeah.
Okay.
You can't eat it.
Yeah, it
goes
seems
through walls.
balanced. Okay, it's a little underpowered, actually, I think.
Yeah, it could be better.
Yeah, it might need a little bit of more reworks there. A little bit more buffs.
You did your best, but, not everybody can be perfect. Unlike, it seems, both these teams looking pretty good, but Aurum are definitely looking close to perfect, losing only at that point, less than a minute left to go to get first point, and they lost it, so pretty good so far from them.
It's also interesting that we see the Ball Orisa composition, considering that one of these players is like a DPS player. So, I mean, whatever works. I mean, you probably
Experience
Cease your resistance.
I mean, one team is playing double shield in the All-Stars, so nothing's supposed to make sense right now. Considering this is supposed to be fun and
Your favorite combo.
Oh,
yeah, you're being put on the spot tonight, son.
I like that. I'm a Reaper goat, so...
Ah! Oh, you made me physically recoil with that. You like 6-man?
I just love being the center of my team. And I play Reaper on farm, so... Yeah.
You might want to consider playing a main tank if you like being the team center potential, especially given Overwatch 2 is going to have only tanks. You might consider trying that out. Oh my god.
You know what is fun, however? PDK getting the back cap and just immediately emoting.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna play tank like that, George, don't play tank at all. 'Cause I don't want to see any more back cappers in my games. I think I've had to deal with enough.
That definitely seems like the best.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Rope. I'm going whole hog.
Yeah, a lot of damage. So, York. You're the good old man York.
Yep.
You play DPS. I'm guessing hits, Ken?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Alright. So, I know that I already made the joke of, hey, you should try out tank, but if you had to have played any other role in Overwatch, which role would it have been?
I still have use for you.
And
I'm a little bit nasty.
3 heroes also nasty.
I like, I don't know, I like having a lot of health, but I also like having so that's kind of ball. Because main tank is my other like main goal, I guess. So.
Don't play too much main tank if you're going to be depending on the hit scan. You know what they say about the main tank aim. I am an unfortunate victim. Believe it or not, when I used to play main tank, couldn't aim. Recently, I haven't played main tank in a while, and my aim has never been better. After like a 3-month hiatus.
Main tank will do that to you.
Hey, at least Lucio requires some aim.
Yeah, Lucio does require some aim, but it's not as much aim as I've gotten like so many accidental kills with Lucio.
Accidental, no. I just go into the enemy backline, figure it out, and can stop in PDK from doing the same thing, but you can't stop Rihiro, who's kind of on a tear.
I'm interested to see if there's anything chatter going on in match chat.
60 seconds remaining.
Storm. Tactical Advisor in the spawn room. Just immediately get shut down by my phone though. You know, not having any of it today. Jordan, I hope you're happy to see the Reaper guy have some action in the game.
I love the Reaper guy.
Reposition.
He has to be a good. You know, he's coming with 2 big shotguns and his ultimate ability to save everybody except him.
Yeah. Like what's probably about to happen right here, but that's not the last accident either! Death Blossom in a room dancing alone. PDK comes to that dance partner, but Ballet can only do so
I'm pretty sure that's like what, 5 times this map to have curse situation going on screen. So
that's the first time.
10 seconds
Don't pin that on me, son. Alright?
it's happened.
Don't pin this on me.
You said Hollow Hero was popping up and then he dies immediately and can't float him.
Okay, you have 2. Congratulations.
I'll probably buy more.
Well, then that wouldn't have been up to this point, would it? But Storm with the nano boost probably gonna cause some havoc. Stop it. You know, I kind of had a brain fart. I'm so sorry. So you played on Insidious. Was this your first season in Tranquility, or have you played on other teams in previous seasons? Transcendence tier, that's the highest tier. Did you come up from previous tiers, or?
No, this is my first season.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, what are your initial thoughts of Tranquility? Are we suitable enough for your needs, or?
You know,
Could be better. Are we not good enough for you?
The suggestion form is right there.
It's great. I'm very easy to please, so yeah. I'd say you got I love it here.
Much appreciated, much appreciated.
Yeah, much appreciated. That PayPal will be at the end of the stream.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
No problem. So, while we were talking, Indigo team were able to push the cart up to 45 meters here on Rialto, and now they have a chance to defend. And I'm very scared by Cam and DNA showing me Hog and Ball to start off. I don't have the mental capacity to deal with this right now.
I'm not scared at all, man. I think we need a little bit more chaos in our lives. The more chaotic comp in the All-Stars, the better. That's just how life works sometimes. Isn't that right, Yort?
I love a little bit of chaos.
Hmm.
Especially I love double fire. I'm not being sarcastic right now.
No, that was a sarcastic sounding but it wasn't. I was just like, yeah, I'm listening. I'm just tired. I'm listening.
I hate double flyer.
You hate it?
I hate double flyer.
Why do you hate double flyer?
It wouldn't be that bad.
Also, sorry to interrupt, but it's actually called the Powerpuff Girls comp, so please fix your terminology and then continue.
Okay. The Powerpuff Girls comp, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be reinventing the wheel for a lot of these concepts.
What? It's Pharah, Echo, Mercy. Pharah is I don't remember their names. Pharah is the green one. Echo is the blonde one, and then Mercy is the red one.
The only one I remember is Blossom. I don't remember.
Blossom. Yeah.
Blossom
Bubbles.
is the blue one. Yeah, I don't remember any of them.
Oh,
I haven't seen Powerpuff Girls in years. Forever.
How did we get here?
Buttercup, Bubbles, and Blossom. So
God.
Pharah would be Buttercup, Echo would be Bubbles, and Mercy would be or no, I don't remember. Anyways, so Yort, welcome to Tranquility. I hope you had a wonderful season.
This is what we're normal. This is what we're not normally like this. Just put that out there. This is just All-Star Week. And, you know, things happen. This is Ty's third cast of the week.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. That's a nasty hook from Phone.
Yeah, definitely.
So Yort, you as your first season, you've enjoyed yourself. A little bit off topic, but a little bit on topic for what I said earlier. You have the opportunity to not just add a new hero, but to rework any of the existing heroes. It cannot be a previous existing rework, so you can't give Sim her old projected barrier and the shield generator with the classic voice line. But what would you rework, and how would you do it?
All right, so hear me out, okay? I've thought a lot about this over the years.
I hope it's not the Torbjorn again.
No. Okay, so you take Brig, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you cut her legs off, and you take her out of the game.
Yeah, this is real original, man.
I
need
Brig.
to add the clause of no, you can't say delete Brig. If you can't delete Brig, then what's your change?
Okay, so take Brig, right?
Oh my
And give her 1 HP, and anytime she does anything, she hurts herself.
God. You know, you
So
did technically follow the rules,
So basically,
but I hate you for it.
So basically, Pichu on stamina mode in Smash Bros.
Yeah,
Basically
you
what
can't
we're
do
at.
anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, Inspire kills you.
Yeah, moving kills you, using any ability kills you.
So if your team theoretically nudges you to the front line and has you there, the enemy team would feel so much fear at harming such a fragile creature that they would all forfeit the game.
I mean, yeah.
Oh my.
That's pretty aggressive from PDK.
Yeah, PDK. We saw him earlier. He was hiding. Holy fuck! But he was hiding on the boat, and then DNA charged from the high ground, and then PDK hit the shatter, and then charged DNA into the one. Probably a lot of BM going on in chat while we're speaking this as well. Ooh, vote again on the Roadhog too.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there would be a lot of smack talk throughout this whole series, I would hope. Any players in particular you're looking at as like, yeah, this guy's gonna be toxic.
Definitely Gap.
Your teammates.
Yeah.
Gap.
Wait, isn't Gap playing?
Gap is not.
He's playing. He's not playing right now, but he is scheduled to play.
Definitely
Pretty sure he's
Gap. I'm gonna, maybe teabag him.
Okay, I think we found our toxic. We found the toxic one.
Well, there's definitely stuff being said in match chat. I would like to remind our producer that match chat is allowed to be open during All Stars event, so we can see what the match chat said.
Oh, it is. There we go. MTDs just all throughout the chat. PDK and DNA. Who has the better quote unquote three-letter name? I think is the main storyline here.
Honestly, Cam.
Yep.
Well, I meant between DNA and PDK.
Cam.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying that because no one likes Cam.
No one likes Cam? So wouldn't you join in the bullying?
No.
What are you, some kind of leader and not a follower?
No.
Sounds... Oh, well then you should start following and start
I'm going against the clan here, Ty.
Oh my
Okay.
god! He's going against all inhibitions and with the massive 363-man shatter, no scope.
Yet gets no kills of it and still gets MTD'd by DNA.
Sure, were there no kills? No. But did it look cool? Yes. And did his team win the fight? Also yes. So what more could you really want?
His team did not win that fight, thank you.
Depends on the perspective you're looking at it from, my friend. Winning the team fight or winning the team fight mentally and psychologically.
I mean, that's fair as well. I mean,
I
you
think
made
they
our
won.
guess
I think
confusing, so now
they didn't win through winning. They won through sending a message.
Okay, fair enough. You're still probably making our guess confused.
Are you confused?
A little bit.
Told you.
You know what's not confusing? Ice cream. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream, Yort?
Oh my god. You can never go wrong with mint chocolate chip.
You know, the funny thing is, yet earlier today, everybody I asked, that being the other two casters, said mint is terrible and you should never eat mint. So you kind of can go wrong with mint, I guess.
You can move me back to the other VC now.
I mean,
What the heck, Bowsy?
Mint is okay. I'll say that. But it's not good with chocolate. Like, mint and chocolate just don't mix.
That is a correct opinion.
No. That you're just wrong.
What if I am?
You see, if you were smart, Yort, you might prefer an ice cream in more mint condition.
Okay.
I can remove him from the call if you want.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
There we go. Please don't.
You cannot silence me, Bowsy!
Yeti also in the chat, like, making sure that we
Yeah.
are not.
Apparently, I'm being booted from Tranquility Gaming as a caster because I dislike mint chocolate chips. So, it's been fun.
I just don't
It's
like
been a
mint
fun
chocolate.
few seasons. Thank you, everybody, except for Bowsy, and hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank your observers and not your producers. Evil Time Monsters here.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the basics of it. Any last words, Stinky, as the map is probably going to be coming to a close here very soon?
I just want to say, Indigo, kind of. Wait, are we winning?
Yeah, you're winning. Don't worry.
Oh,
You can be
okay.
toxic.
Kind of, gaps on the other side of the. What? I can't English.
Are you Aurum or Indigo?
I'm Indigo.
All right, Ego Aurum, real quick.
Aurum, kind of just GG easy. I don't know. Kind of.
You are the worst at trash talk.
Gaps on Aurum, but I mean Indigo's gapping Aurum, so.
For
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's a
Hey.
good one.
For a name like Stinky, it's kind of hard for you to trash talk people.
Okay.
It happens to the best of us. Don't worry about it. Well,
I'm.
in that case, thank you for coming out here, Stinky, Yort. It was nice talking with you here. Any
Yeah.
last words, any thanks you want to give out before we send you back to your realm and have to deal with all your Transcendence to your buddies?
I guess, thanks for having me. I love the list of questions that I got. I was so prepared for this.
Yeah, I can tell.
Don't worry, everyone is going to be the exact same way, I bet you.
The only question you were prepared for was your favorite flavor of ice cream for some reason.
Yep.
That's
That's
the
always
most-
on my mind.
That's the most basic question. Also the question about your username, so.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you again, Yort and Stinky. We'll be seeing you later. We're going to be sending you back right now. And now he's gone. So,
Yep.
really good talking with him. And now we're going to be heading into our next map here. Ty, our second map, our second 2-2-2 map before we head over into our halftime break. And we're heading over to Dorado.
Yeah, a lot of people love Dorito as the sort of... Everybody loves Dorado as a sort of default high fun level escort map. It's a lot of a lot of fun. It's got some very interesting high grounds that you can play with. It's very good for Winston, which everybody always likes. It's got some potential to make Wrecking Ball work as well, which is good for me. And third point, Reinhardt's perfectly viable as well. You don't see a whole lot of double shield, although you do see some on that first point. It's still not the most picked sort of composition, so it can definitely make a lot of people raise one eyebrow in excitement and curiosity because of the fact that there's no double shield. So everybody loves a little bit of Dorado, and hopefully our guest for this map, which will be Phone, enjoys it as well.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see if Phone ends up coming in here. We're currently still sorting out the rosters. Of course, it is All-Star Night. The rosters are going to be changing around as the night goes on, but it looks like we'll eventually be getting Phone in here. And they've just been brought out. Once we get in the map, Phone will be coming in, and we will not tell them when they are coming into the chat. So it's going to be interesting.
Well, you kind of just did indirectly by saying it on stream.
Well, I mean, they won't know when we bring them in.
Mm.
We could bring them in at any moment's notice. So...
That is a fair point. We could bring Phone in right now, or we could not bring them in right now. You don't know. I wasn't trying to set anything up with Bowsy at all, and he just ignored me. That wasn't at all what happened.
Yeah, we can bring them in whenever we wanted. We will definitely get them in before we start up. But yeah, Dorado will be an interesting map. It'll be interesting to see. Obviously, a lot of swaps coming in on both sides. PDK is coming out, thank goodness. For the Indigo side, for example. Tescu and Stinky are coming in for the DPS line. Astro Zerg is coming in, which I'm pretty sure is someone who had to be subbed in because obviously tanks can't make it. Garrett, I'm pretty sure, was supposed to be on the Indigo side. So it's going to be interesting to see these sort of swaps and how they're going to be working into the favor here. As we're going to be heading into it, Dorado pretty quickly here for our second map of the series.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, Smarties and Gap coming into this map as well. I don't think they were on last map, so it's going to be some interesting swaps coming up from both sides. And if anybody plays double shield, I will die a little bit inside. So let it be known, chat. Yes, I am biased. No, I'm not apologetic.
All right. And with that being said, with you being non-apologetic, let's bring in our guest here. Phone, welcome aboard.
How's your day going, Phone? Anything crazy? Anything fun happening?
Not really. Just kind of didn't have anything to really do today. Woke up, played some Overwatch, played some other games, and then we're here.
And what are those other games, or are they not for you to share and for us to wonder?
Played some COD. Played.
You shouldn't have said anything.
Played some Kovacs. Played some 2K.
Oh wow,
And
you really shouldn't have shared. I'm kidding, of course.
Yeah. I didn't play Valorant, so I didn't commit the biggest crime.
There you go. Yeah, you get the points of not playing Valorant, Phone. I hope you're happy.
Yep.
Go. Yeah, Valorant is stinky doo doo. No offense to all the people who play Valorant in the chat.
No, all offense. All offense.
All
okay,
offense.
all
Thank
offense.
you, Phone.
All offense.
So, Phone, you last season on Devil Dukes, you had what I would consider for your expectations as a team to be a slightly underwhelming regular season. If I don't remember if you were actually on that team or not, but this season.
You mean the last season or like the most recent season?
Last season, not the most recent.
Yeah, I was not on that team.
Okay, well I'm gonna still say it anyways because it helps set up my narrative. Last season you had a somewhat underwhelming regular season into a excellent playoff run where I believe you ended up second. And then this season, kind of a different story where you had an incredible regular season, only to drop games really to Epizeuxis, who ended up being the champions, if I'm not mistaken. How was your season from a personal experience level? How'd you feel about it?
I mean, it just kind of felt like we were better than every team except Epi. Like it felt like there was like a tier break between Devil Dukes and Epi, and then everyone else. Like. Because Epi and Devil Dukes didn't lose to anyone else besides Devil Dukes losing to Epi. It happened 3 times.
Unfortunate. But life goes on.
We almost beat them once, but then they put Cam on main tank and they reverse swept us, so hey ho.
Well, say la vie, as they always say.
But yeah, it's like I'm a very competitive person. I want to win. We got second, so unlucky, but we still did better than however other many teams didn't get second or first. And
mean, you did
all the
better
other
than
teams in the league.
You did better than your other marsupial team, Billings Boomers, so that's a plus.
Yeah. Didn't they join like? Weren't they formed like in week 2 or something? Like they
Something
didn't.
like that.
Like they like because another team dropped out. So
They
Billings.
still did go decently far. They only dropped a game to Decapitators, so they still did do decent. Just
Yeah.
less good.
Well, in championship, in the playoffs, yes.
In the playoffs, yeah.
Shout out for us going, only losing to Epi in regular season. Yet only one person predicted us to make grand finals, and that's Yeti.
Yeah, I predicted you guys to make grand finals.
I think only one person predicted us to make grand finals, and that was Yeti, if I remember. Like on the broadcast. I don't know. I might
On
I
the
might be wrong.
broadcast, yeah. I mean,
On the
On
broadcast, I mean.
Packetology,
I didn't have an opportunity to predict you guys for the broadcast, but if I did, I probably would have gone for Devil Dukes. But granted, I think that my favorite narrative going into the season was the Marsupial Org versus Battalion and the team that used to be Battalion in Epizeuxis, if I remember correctly. So that was just my favorite narrative. So either seeing which team would be able to finish the narrative between you guys and Battalion was a very interesting thing for me to watch in the grand finals.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Epizeuxis used to be Devil Dukes in season 7.
Was it Devil
Most
Dukes?
of-
I thought it was
Most of the
Battalion.
players, I think, on Devil.
As Navino and Yeti said, that Epizeuxis is not marsupial players, but they are marsupial influence, whereas a lot of people on the marsupial teams have played in leagues with a lot of people on Epizeuxis. So
Yeah. so
basically,
pretty
it's
much-
like it's kind of like Epizeuxis is kind of like an extension of Devil Dukes or vice versa or whatever. It's like Epi, most of their players have played, or almost all their players have played on marsupial teams in the past.
It's like your unofficial sister team, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except ran by QZ.
Ew.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to take the good with the bad, take the being one of the best teams in Tranquility with being run by QZ.
Yeah.
Or Navino. Either
Or
one.
Navino.
Is, either one ain't really a good anymore or a good bag.
Fair enough, but so I'm gonna ask you a question that I ask everybody who comes in to be interviewed. Phone. You have the opportunity to create any hero with any concept you could possibly imagine, any sort of idea, general sort of role, niche. It can be overpowered, underpowered, whatever you may want, you can make it. What kind of a hero are you making?
Oh. That's a good question. I have to think about that.
You want a second to think on it?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this game then. Hey, Bowsy, let's do our job. Hey, Bowsy!
Yeah, I mean, as casters, Gap is currently missing every single punch possible on the Doomfist. That is a little unfortunate for him.
To be fair, he
Yeah,
did
but-
hit opponents with a shotgun, so that should be credited.
Yeah, and he did kill Aplom there right after I said it, so now that's add 1 to the caster curse for me. Maybe I should stop and hand over the privileges to Ty.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy not caster cursing players. It's an art that I've had to perfect, and I was about to say something about Tescu potentially finding value with that pulse bomb. Thankfully, I didn't, because that would have been a caster curse, but hopefully Stinky, who was, of course, our previous interviewee, can find value out of this Death Blossom. It's a very potent ultimate in Overwatch 2 specifically, but that's because D.Va is slightly weaker in that version of the build where you don't have a backbone of a main tank supporting you. So having the Reaper with a D.Va or Zarya on the other side as well as another tank can make it really hard to find value. You're going to have to see how he uses it. Not very well.
No, just pumps a lot of damage into Cam's Primal Rage, and we'll be able to get that kill off, but already see 2 in favor here for Aura. Might be able to get a 3rd here as Storm gets that kill on to Aplom, so I mean, it's back and forth as All-Stars should be, but it'll be interesting to see how the Aurum team and Indigo team react to this next fight, if it even happens.
So we got to pause,
It
and in
won't
this pause,
happen.
Phone, you have any ideas you've come up with quite yet?
I have an idea. So basically, they were able to put Steve from Minecraft into Smash, so then they can. So why not just put Steve from Minecraft in Overwatch?
I'll give you a little bit more time to think on it, okay?
I mean, Microsoft has bought out Activision Blizzard.
So
Oh,
what
they
you're
showed
saying
him
is
on
it could
Twitter.
be Doom Guy in Overwatch potentially.
No, I'm saying it could be Master Chief.
Hmm. What about Crash Bandicoot in Overwatch?
I mean, Crash Bandicoot is also an option, but
Nobody would add him into a
that's an
cross
Activision thing.
crossover.
If it wasn't already done at this point, it would have been done. It's not going to happen at all. So,
Fair. Nobody wants to put Crash Bandicoot into crossovers, I guess.
no, why would you?
Yeah, it's not like he has any real opportunity to be put into any crossovers. Yes, I'm targeting anybody who wanted him in Smash because you guys were stupid for thinking so. Man, I'm just in a mood today, I guess.
I mean, that's the best way to do it.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. So, interesting idea to have Steve from Minecraft and Overwatch. I'm not sure how exactly that would work, but it could potentially work out.
I think here's what I would do.
Mhm.
I would have a DPS character, obviously
Alright.
DPS bias,
Got it.
that has a double melee, like 2 swords, like not like long swords, but like kind of like 2 like daggers or like
Mhm.
2 swords, whatever. And it's like kind of like it's kind of like a quicker melee. It's like faster than like Briggs melee. And it does like whatever amount of damage per swing, and you have to be close. It's like it's kind of like you're stabbing someone. This quick stabs. It has like medium to like high mobility, like someone like an Echo Fly or a Sojourn Jump or something like that.
Somewhat similar to the original Genji concept.
Think of like the Slicer from like the Retribution missions, kind of like that. Like quick mobility, has like slice, and the ultimate is just the ultimate would be like either like a speed like berserk mode where they just go crazy, or they just lock onto one target and like knock them down. Basically, they like lock onto one target and like backstab them.
That
Like
is a little.
Like in Valorant, like when you backstab someone, it's like a one hit.
Mhm.
Versus if you do it from up front, I believe. Something like that.
And would like to let everybody know, yes, obviously we are back in game if you couldn't tell. That's an interesting idea. A little similar to, I think, the original Genji concept, where he was originally built around having the blade be his primary fire, but it turned out to be really difficult to balance, so they decided against it. But I think that if they could have implemented something of the sort, like a melee DPS, I thought the Junkertown Queen would have been a perfect candidate for that. So something like that, I do agree, would be very, very interesting to have.
I mean, hey, we're gonna be learning about Junker Queen tomorrow when Overwatch 2 is presented at.
From the actual like trailer, it appears that Junker Queen has like they kind of like showed off some of the abilities already. That she like has like besides like her like main weapon, she has like a mini shotgun similar to like Ash's shotgun. It also has like an ability where she just like spins her sword and like launches forward like a dash.
I know Bowsy's gonna get this one, but it's kind of like a Belmont dash attack in Smash.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So if any of you play Smash Ultimate, you're gonna probably understand what I'm talking about with that. But good hold there for Aurum. 1 point to capture and a little bit extra, 73.92 meters. Pretty doable on Dorado.
Yeah, definitely doable here as the comps are coming back out here, and it looks like these comps are gonna be interesting. Speaking of comps, phone favorite composition.
Favorite comp? Well, there's really only 2 options in my opinion, and that is either Rush or Brawl. If you like Brawl comp, go seek out for an Insane Asylum. If you like Double Shield, it's okay. You just play a lot of comp, and you're sad that you get flamed for playing Roadhog too much. And if you play Double Bubble, then you scrim too much.
I mean, I'm a fan of Double Bubble personally. I think that being able to play Winston while you're immune to CC in a game built around CC, it's pretty liberating. And I don't like Overwatch 2, even though they remove CC, but instead I just like I like having CC in the game and being immune to it anyways.
Yeah. I personally think that the best era of Overwatch in terms of like teams like elevating each other through their play of like a singular comp was goats. So I've always liked goats-esque comps, such as Brawl and Rush. Because if it's a mirror, then I really think that it's more of a strategic slash like what can we do as a team to beat them versus certain comps such as like it's kind of about positioning, but it's more about using your abilities wisely to win the fight and like going in as a team. Whereas other comps such as Del Bubble focus a lot more on positioning. And that's kind of boring. Like the whole like long setup process, like the ball comp. Okay, you gotta get your ball all the way around. You gotta get your backline set up. Like that just kind of, it's kind of boring. Like watching that and also playing that. It's like I'd rather just like speed in with Lucio, use an ultimate, and use my wall or my flash to get a good play or stun someone out of their ultimate. Like that sounds way more like fun and intriguing to me than, oh, I'm just gonna wait for my ball just to swing around and power drive, and then we all discard one target and shoot. Because like yes, it also takes skill and like coordination, but it just I don't know. It feels less like rewarding than just out brawling someone or out rushing a team.
Disagree slightly because I'm a huge fan of ball comps, but respect is put onto your opinions.
Yeah. Like there was a team in playoffs, I think it was Insidious, that we kind of had a like we kind of had that like good feeling because I think it was Insidious, I don't remember correctly. They played like Ball Pharmacy and like only that, and then we just like matched them and then we forced them to swap, and that was kind of funny. And that's like rewarding. Like it's the same thing for when teams like go Brawl or Rush, like going Brawl and King's Row. If that team goes it, I'm totally down at any team I'm on just to match them. Because I know that whatever team I'm on can probably just outplay them. Because it's like the one constant that's been in Overwatch since like the beginning, like probably since like like even before Rollock with goats, like since the beginning is Brawl comps, like Reinhardt comps. Like you see it in Lijiang a lot, you see it on King's Row a lot. It's just like the one constant in the game that has been there the entire time, and I think it's one of the reasons why people still play the game. Like I think if Ball or Monkey was the only meta for like all 6 years of Overwatch, I don't think that people would still be playing and scrimming as often as it is when you have those Rush and Brawl comps.
Forbidden for Risa was the primary main tank for Overwatch history.
We did have the double shield meta, and the one meta. Never mind. I'm avoiding all what I just previously said. My favorite meta was the World Cup meta. The Arissa Sig, the Arissa Sig, Lucio Moira, May Reaper Doom, or Hanzo. That was the best meta. That was the funnest meta to play.
For a DPS player, yes. Okay.
No, not for a DPS player. That was terrible for everybody.
That was so fun. I want that meta just to come back for a week, just a week of scrims, just like, and I would just have the time of my life. That was so fun. Just bring me back to that patch.
People like to complain double shield is all about shooting shields. Not really the case in the modern meta, but that was, what was that? Those 1500 from Sigma, 900 from Orisa, so it's 2400 HP of shield you have to choose through.
But
you enjoyed that?
No, but the thing is that the whole point of the comp is to go past the shield. You have Lucio Moira, like Doom Reaper May Hanzo or something, like a combination of that. The entire point is like off angles and to just get around them.
You're objectively correct in the definition of comp, but I also disagree because I just didn't like the comp playstyle.
Anyway, Aurum win the map.
Orm Pog. Wait, no. Orm bad.
Aurum Pog. Wait, no. Changed my mind. Sorry.
It's funny. Stinky had the exact same response. Yeah. Well, we're gonna be heading into the pretty much we're gonna be heading into a break here. But before we go, Phone, any last words before we send you back to hang out with all your Transcendence buddies?
Thank you for having me, and yeah, love you all. Bye.
Thank you so much.
I can send you when my mouse wakes up. Yep. Thanks for coming, and they're gone. Okay. Well, now Phone is now gone. So we are 2 maps in, and it's currently tied. as we're approaching what is supposed to be a halftime break, I don't know if we're actually going to have a long halftime break. Ty, you said it was 5 minutes earlier. 10 or 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. So, when we get back from our 5-minute break, we will start the messy stuff. Goats Row, all 6 heroes being on the same roll, and Total Mayhem later in the night. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back, everybody, to Tranquility Gaming Transcendence Tier Season 8 All-Star Matches. So far, it's been an interesting night, and now the teams that we have not been paying as much attention to are tied, heading into our third map of the night. Bowsy here with Time Master, who just finished a delectable dinner, as we're going to be heading over to King's Row for our Goats map.
This is a little off topic, but I need to talk about this because Bowsy brought this to my attention. So the place I was talking about this afternoon, Hot Chicken Kitchen, I thought it was only in here, in my location, but apparently it is opening stores in New Jersey, Florida, and Arizona. So if you live near Paramus, New Jersey, Brandon, Florida, Sarasota, Florida, and Phoenix, Arizona, then you're going to want to try this chicken as soon as possible because it is fantastic. But aside from the chicken that is amazing, King's Row, we're going to see... We're not paid to say that. Yeah, sorry. Nobody here is paid. This is not a sponsor. I'm just saying, as a human being, Hot Chicken Kitchen is my favorite sandwich that I've ever had. Not sponsored, by the way. Just love the sandwich. But Scrims Row. Everybody loves goats. If you don't love goats, I meant to say Goats Row, not Scrims Row, but everybody loves goats. If you don't love goats, then you're just kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for, Bowsy?
A noob?
Not a noob, but like, what's wrong? Wrong is a good word from Laggy, but that's again not the word I'm looking for. It's like, if you don't like goats, you're kind of like a sweat. A sweat. You're a sweaty tryhard who only plays Valorant if you don't like goats. So, you know, have some fun, play some goats.
I mean, hey, speaking of sweaty tryhards, we're going to be bringing in one of the players on the championship team. Epizooks is in. Slimole is coming in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, Slimole.
Hello.
How's your day going, Slimole?
Pretty good, other than I stubbed my toe really hard this morning, and now it hurts.
I stubbed my toe really hard last night and it started bleeding.
I've stubbed my toe countless
Not
amount
fun,
of times.
but otherwise pretty good. How about yourselves?
I am having a fantastic night because I just ate a delicious chicken sandwich, not sponsored.
No, don't do that to me. I'm so hungry.
If you happen to live near, let me see. Look, I'm kidding. But yeah, if you ever see a place called Hot Chicken Kitchen, again, not sponsored. I need to stop talking about it. It's just so good. But
I will pay to visit, given the chance.
Well, it only had one location. I need to stop talking about this chicken, man. It's doing something to my
You're
brain.
going to drive the entire stream into madness. Let's talk about something else. So,
Goats.
Slimole. I mean, Goats is also cool. Slimole. Your nickname in Discord right now is Slimy Mole. Is that basically the elongated version, or is there some other distinct, interesting fact about your username?
Oh no, so yeah, just one of my Overwatch friends calls me Slimmy Mole all the time. But my name actually comes from, like, for whatever reason in college, everyone called me by my Instagram name, which was Rymol. So it's like a shortened version of my first and last name. And then somehow it changed to Slimole, and I just made that my my gamer tag when I moved from console to PC.
Interesting.
Definitely.
Yes, very long-winded, but
Yeah, that's a lot more complicated for something that I thought would be like, oh, you know the term like sly as a fox? Yeah, I'm a mole.
Nope. Nope.
No. I mean, it's a good name. Ooh, nice 180 shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I know I'm slightly biased, but I think it is like creative yet has meaning and is short. But that was certainly a fight. A lot of cues were pressed right there.
It was a fight that happened.
PDK pressed 2 in that fight, actually. So.
Wait, are you saying you don't like ghosts? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh no, I'm of the proponent that I think that all metas are fun as long as they
aren't
don't like stick around for too long. I think goats is fun. I never got to play. That was like before I actually became sentient in Overwatch. Goats was like fading out.
Yeah, that was sort of like when I finally gained sentience and was a human being. Was when I started playing goats It was around that time. I'm just talking gibberish.
Yeah, I mean, I had the roughest experience. People know me as the Zarya one trick. Guess what I was playing in Goats? That's right, main support.
Nice.
I went from tank to main support, back to tank, and the support section was only when in Goats would happen. So when when we play Goats, I always want to play the Zarya because I want to relive that feeling.
Fair. She is
Very
fun.
fair.
I
Very
think,
balanced.
in my opinion, Zen is the most fun in Goats.
You know, I'm actually very different opinion. I think Zen is the least fun in Goats,
Oh,
except for
wow.
maybe Diva. But the mind games with Diva, the mind games with Brig, even of stunning Reinhardts out of their shatters, it's a lot of fun for me personally. And back when Sombra variants of Goats were starting to come around, I was the off tank player, so I was trying to get my team to play more Sombra Goats, either me on Sombra or me on Zarya, and I loved watching or playing both of those roles as well. But Zenyatta never really clicked with me in Goats. It's just kind of hold and left click.
Fair, I guess.
While we're talking all about this Goats, Slimeall, favorite composition?
I mean, I guess it would just have to be 6-man. Because it's just like
Really?
crazy fast brawl. And I get to play Lucio. And generally when people do play 6-man, it's in a mirror, so you can like actually wall ride and not have to worry about like a Cass or something shooting you out of the air. So it's like you have way more freedom. But again, like I said before, I'm okay. I think this is like definitely one of the reasons I'm a main support is as long as the team is like working together, I just like being competitive as a team, and so like I don't care what role or hero that I play. Except
you play-
Pharmacy. Pharmacy is super boring.
Yeah,
And playing Brig into when you're playing into double shield because you just literally don't get to play that game.
Yeah, very, very, very valid. 100% agree. As somebody who recently has played main support as their last competitive role, yeah, it's horrible. Pharmacy and Double Shield Brig are just mind-numbing, but something that I think I want to know if you could make not mind-numbing. If you had the opportunity to create any hero with any set of abilities in any role, it could be overpowered, underpowered, it could fill any niche you could possibly imagine, or it could be really unutilized and completely original. What kind of a hero would you make? Big shatter, by the way.
Okay, maybe again this is the main support in me coming out. But like a DPS with similar mobility to Lucio where you can wall ride, but just like a little bit more offensively crafted.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe like a super weak hit scan, like something similar to like maybe Sombra's damage, but like also while being able to wall ride, and then like one other ability. That would be.
I promise I'm gonna.
I guess two more abilities, but it would be something like that.
I promise.
I think that's underutilized.
I promise I'm gonna let you talk, Bowsy. I promise, but
No worries.
on that sort of topic, I remember a couple years ago actually, back when Hammond was being teased. A lot of people thought he was going to be a chimpanzee DPS, and I think that kind of a concept where he's like walking on walls and clinging to walls, stuff like that, would fit perfectly for a chimpanzee DPS from the moon who's actually a supervillain.
Yeah, no, that would be awesome. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of, even though there's a lot of, I guess, diversity in styles of play, I feel like there's a pretty nice gradient from like certain heroes to other heroes in Overwatch, and I feel like there's a lot of inspiration to be taken from different roles.
Mm-hmm.
Like how they do it with Overwatch too, but
like how Brig sort of was inspired by Reinhardt.
Yeah, except hopefully they will do it a little bit better, but I don't know. We'll see.
It'll be interesting to see what they come up with in terms of inspired by other heroes and whatnot. As Goats is happening, ults are flying left and right, people are dying left and right, and there's no real sense of when the fight will end and when it begins. This is Goats. If you've never experienced the Goats meta, you're not missing much right now. This is literally just a perfect descriptor of it as Aurum is getting the hold.
Actually, you are missing a little bit. They're not quite playing to the maximum of the composition as you've seen in the past, where they're doing a little bit more splitting up. The cooldown usage isn't quite perfect, but that's just the r slash Overwatch competitive Overwatch. I know what I'm talking about, brain. So, and Slim Mole, you or Slime Mole, sorry, not Slim Mole, but Slime Mole,
Okay.
you won the Transcendence tier of Tranquility Gaming this season. Congratulations.
Indeed, thank you.
What teams did you play on in previous years, if any?
So I've never played in Trank.
Mhm.
I coached Koala Kings at like probably for like the latter 2 halves of the season, last season, and then coached them a little bit this season. But obviously playing in Trank, it's like kind of just a weird schedule compared to most leagues. So much for the reason that the schedule is being changed for the next season, I was like kind of mostly unable to show up for them, so I couldn't do too much coaching. But I had like played in another tournament with like the same core as Epizeuxis, um, like everything but the main tank, and we actually won that tournament. But ironically our main tank for that was Telm, who's on Battalion. But yeah, we just I don't know, we enjoyed scrimming with each other like in like basically a year of not of like playing together. We've like never really been like tilted or I don't know. I think that's like one of the best parts of our team is like we always it doesn't matter like what the score is. We always think it's like winnable and no one I mean like each like occasionally people individually will tilt or I guess boom, not even tilt. But overall as a whole like we're good at like bringing each other back up and I don't know, just like always keeping it winnable and turning around even when we're down in series. So we just said this was fun, why not do it again in Trank? And it worked out.
Congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Epizeuxis being one of the like juggernauts of the entire season. Now I need to ask you, out of all the opponents you faced this year, and you can't say the Devil Dukes, hardest opponent.
I think I mean I would just de facto have to say I think Battalion in the first week. I think decap was definitely good, but I think by that time we kind of had what they were doing sort of figured out, like by the end of the season, because just every team we scrimmed was a ball team. So, but I think Battalion definitely threw us off the hardest at the very beginning.
In any
But-
future, oh sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll also shout out Reckless Arcadia because they occasionally gave us some trouble on like a couple maps, but yeah, I'd say definitely Battalion was one of the teams I was most scared of playing in the playoffs.
And any future plans for where you're gonna go next? Continuing in Tranquility, or
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to play. I don't know, I might try to play in Discord on Tank next season, but who knows? It's still kind of up in the air.
Everything is, even the Tranquility season.
yeah,
Yeah, true.
even the Overwatch release day is still somewhat up in the air. They said October 4th. I'm not 100% believing them.
Yeah.
Well, it's
In
early
my
access.
opinion,
We don't know if it's going to be just like a beta or if it's going to be like limited
No, they
release.
said that the official Overwatch 2 release was October 4th.
Well, Overwatch 2 early access.
yeah, early access.
Yeah,
it said
but
on
early
the
competitive
announcement.
access. Don't get nitpicky on me, Bowsy.
Listen,
I don't know. I'm hoping they keep delaying it. I'm personally a far bigger fan of Overwatch 1 and have not even I scrimmed even a little bit in Overwatch 2 and I did not particularly enjoy it as much.
Do you have any specific
Sadly.
reasons?
It just seems like less complex and more just I don't know, like there still is coordination, but even though I'm not a tank player and I definitely can complain about how overpowered the tank role can feel, I feel like if they just took a similar philosophy of like the Overwatch 2 changes and placed them in a like kind of like nerfed them a little bit and put them into Overwatch 1 and still left two tanks in the game, I think it still would be super complex and no team would ever feel like super overwhelmed. But I can see if they're from like a non-competitive standpoint. Like I really don't play ranked or quick play or just like matchmaking in general anymore, just because it's, like I said, I'm just like super competitive, so I like playing in team environments and like having people fully working together. And if you're just, obviously that's always going to be worse if it's 5v5, but for like the average person that's queuing comp or queuing quick play, I think it will just lead to 5v5, and only having one of the most powerful roles in the game will just be better for the larger player base. So I can like see, I can understand why they're doing it.
I largely do agree with you, but I do slightly disagree that I think that it'll be a beneficial situation for the general community, but I don't want to get too controversial with my takes, because that'll go down a very deep rabbit hole very quickly.
Fair.
But mostly do agree with you there. I think Overwatch 1 with the Overwatch 2 balance changes, nobody will ever complain about double shield again, and that all on its own is a win.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone wins. Speaking of winning, Graviton's coming out on both sides. No winner currently determined. But Smarty's pooped off Astrozerg, Brigitte. I mean, that doesn't happen every day, but Orm's starting to finally come back in this fight. But okay, PDK trying to make a difference here and might be able to. See, this is what Ghost is all about. It's literally all back and forth, and no fight's really won. You just wait until everyone pops their ults maybe once or twice in a fight.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you say, but, you know, the big brain of us, you know, I'm sure that Sly Mole here knows what I'm talking about. See the inner workings and the deep complexities behind Goats and what's happening at the moment beyond just the ultimates are being used, right? You know what I'm talking about, Sly Mole?
Yeah, the perfect example is watching the Aplom Lucio just go to work. It's just, I don't know, the play is on another level.
I mean, hey, Aplom was one of the role stars, I'm pretty sure, for Transcendence here. Definitely a really good player, and there's a reason that he was picked up for. There's a reason he was voted into All Stars, and that's the slot he is.
Lucio is also one of the debatably highest skill cap characters, and that was a massive Graviton surge to not only catch the enemy team together, but stop the bomb from aggressing forward. Unfortunately, doesn't win the team the fight, but what a great little micro play there from Smugs. Already 60% to the next one, 70% to the next one.
Yeah, Smugs is a DPS powerhouse. Former DPS player, switched to main tank for decapitators, and switched back to DPS, and now is on off tank. So this man can do anything.
Which individual player, on the topic of Smugs being an absolute freak of nature, which individual player were you most scared of? Excluding the players from Devil Dukes, who were you most scared to go up against, Slimel?
I would say on an individual player level, I think probably either Voltage or PDK, because I know they're both like really good mechanically and can kind of just like turn around situations that you think would.
Wow, what a
like you'd be like,
yeah.
oh man, yeah, like we're just gonna clean up a fight, and then like suddenly they kill like one or two, and then maybe you can't do what you want to do in the next fight, or they like somehow swing it. But I feel like those are the two that I would consistently see, I guess, like changing the outcome of fights and maps. Sorry, I keep giving multiple answers, but
no, that's perfectly fine. You know, we're here to interview you. You're not here to just listen to our questions and occasionally give two-word answers like I've had in the past.
There are no definitive correct answers. Any answer.
Except for the next question. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
honestly, probably green tea ice cream. Green tea ice cream goes extraordinarily hard. I'm not the type of person that likes like crazy flavors. I'm definitely
green tea ice cream.
Yeah, if you can't get a good green tea ice cream, it's so good. Or like lavender ice cream, that also goes so hard.
What are you talking about?
I mean, I've had green tea. I've had legitimate green tea before. It's all right.
Yeah,
I'm
green tea.
I'm thinking like artisan type ice cream, where it's I don't know, like I lived in New York City for a while, so like you go somewhere in Brooklyn and they don't have just like normal flavors. Like I think that's like the top of the top. If I was getting like any just like standard ice cream, just like honestly chocolate chip, that's also a good one. But
Okay.
not like the chip like the chips of chocolate, like you know, like almost like shaved chocolate. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like
Mm.
not like
Yeah,
a Hershey's Kiss chocolate chip, but
Mhm.
that style. I don't know. I'm pretty plain when it comes to my ice cream takes.
You said green tea ice
Yeah,
cream.
it's so good. You gotta
I've
try it. I'm telling you.
never heard of that before.
Well, I mean, we'll definitely
I
try
could
to
see it be a
consider it.
froyo flavor though.
It could be. But thank you again, Slimo, for coming. Any last words before we send you back over to your Transcendence tier buddies and we head into our 4th map of the series?
Nah, just thank you again for having a cool community, letting us play, and yeah, well, we will continue to have some fun for the rest of the series. And go Indigo. I think I'm on Indigo. Go Indigo.
Yeah, go Indigo.
Well,
Thank you for
if you
coming.
are on Indigo, you just lost the map, so you might need to get in there and show
Yeah,
them
no,
what's
we
what.
got it. I believe in my team. We can turn it around.
Yeah, you better. Well, thanks for coming, and go back to whence you came. And there we go. Slimo now is out of our sights as we're heading into our 4th map here, Ty. Lijiang Tower. It's time for some more interesting compositions.
Some more shenanigans, some shenanigans, as some might say. But each map, you will see a different role being exclusively played. Garden will be exclusively DPS, Night Market exclusively support, and Control Center exclusively tank. Those are the parameters set. There's going to be one support on each team that's not seen, so there's a decent chance that, or decently low chance that your favorite support isn't going to be played. If they aren't, ouch.
That unfortunately hurts. I mean, on the side of Indigo, I currently see no support players in the lineup, so that's going to be interesting. But speaking of supports, we have a really nice one coming into the chat here to be able to be interviewed. Mr. Sir Olin from Reckless Arcadia is coming into the chat right now.
All right,
Sir
you
Olin.
know, I need to,
Hello.
before anything else, I need to ask you a question.
Yo, what's going on?
Is it Sir Olin or is it Sir Olin?
Sir Olin?
Sir Olin? Oh, I thought it was a BoJack reference with like Sarah Lynn, Sir Olin.
No. No.
That would have been neat.
Olin's my middle name. So.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not sirloin like most people say.
Yeah, so make sure you have your glasses on when you try and read Devin Sir Olin Stowers. Yeah, I just saw that in your Discord. I hope you didn't mind me just doxing your full name.
It happens in best of us. We'll edit in post. But how you doing
Yeah,
today?
we'll cut it. We'll cut it.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Having fun, having a good time.
Yeah, ready to see your fellow teammates show their stuff on support while you are sitting here on the bench?
Oh yeah, this is
Wow, Gap is.
I thought we weren't even gonna do all supports.
Well, the way it works is that each map is going to be different. So it's all supports on this one, all DPS on the other, and all tanks on the other. So
You feel betrayed? Do you feel betrayed, Sir Olin?
A little bit.
Yeah. Not being able to play support when it's all supports.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I could be in there doing some work, but it's okay.
If it makes you feel better, the next 2 maps will have no support, so they, you know, you don't have to worry about having to switch off your role. And on the topic of switching off your role, if you had to pick another role to play in Tranquility or just Overwatch in general, you can't pick your current role. I'm guessing Flex Support?
Correct. Yeah.
Yep, alright, I thought so. You can no longer play Flex Support. What role are you playing?
Oh, probably main tank.
Hmm?
Feel like I got a pretty good understanding of the game, and that's like the other main role I play when I'm not playing support. But I don't think I would ever switch. I don't enjoy the other roles near as much. I usually just get bored after playing other roles, so.
Very fair, very fair.
yeah, very fair.
and I see you played on Arcadia last season. How did you enjoy yourself on this most recent season of Tranquility Gaming?
It was pretty fun. We had a good team. Unlucky that we didn't have like people caring at the end, but we were just trying to have fun. I know for a lot of the guys it was their last season of playing Overwatch in general, so it was at least fun to all play together. Everything. So, and I've enjoyed Tranquility since I've been in it. This was my 3rd season. I've enjoyed it since I've been here. So,
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, send back to the old days of Atlas Arcadia, so definitely having that sort of synergy and now being rebranded to Reckless Arcadia this season.
yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting how a lot of people thought Alpha was split into 2 teams at the beginning of the season. And everybody was like completely different.
Yeah, no, Reckless Sigma was here before. They were in Discord here before, and there were other Reckless teams. So it's just they had 2 extra teams with extra players. So, by the way, Reckless Org stand if you couldn't tell. I know too much about this org.
You know too much about Tranquility, to be fair.
I mean, I've only been around for 3 seasons. I've been here as long as Sir Roland has, so I don't know too much.
Oh, yeah, fair. I was thinking somebody else. I guess my brain isn't working at 100%. So.
I mean, you have already casted 3 of these, so.
Well, no, this is my 3rd, so I'm not quite done 3 yet. Get off your, calm your britches, as the old people say. I think that's what they say. I don't know, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you, Bowsy.
Anyway.
So yeah. Sir Lin.
Yeah.
You have the opportunity to design any character with any set of abilities in the game. You can make them any role. You can have a passive that has never happened before. You can do literally anything with this theoretical hero. How are you designing them?
Definitely another support.
Wow.
We're getting kind of crushed right now.
Yeah.
With Overwatch 2. No new heroes, although it looks like there might be a new one. So hopefully, here in the next beta, we might get one. That'd be pretty awesome. But I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. Definitely another support, for sure.
We are at over, if I remember correctly, around 1,148 days without a new support introduced into the game. So
yeah, it's a sad day.
Very sad.
The last one was Brigitte, which makes it even more sad.
It was Baptiste.
Oh no, Baptiste.
Yeah, it was Baptiste.
I forgot about Baptiste. Someone told me otherwise.
Yeah,
but
so
I think a new tank or like a new support with like tank abilities, I feel like that would be able to support the team more. Like you see a lot of other games do that, where like it's almost like the tanks are supports. So I think that would be pretty cool. Be a bit tanky and provide your team.
Definitely not giving anybody Brigitte war flashbacks with that one, but
yeah. I mean, I think it would be fine, like if the game was designed around that, but it's not. But no, we'll see what they do. Because I could definitely see like Hog, for example, becoming a support.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah,
I've
never heard the Hog support.
Well, actually, I think it's like actually usable design space. Considering, do you remember that one experimental change, Sir Lin, where they gave him that thing where allies near him?
Yeah, he was able to heal people.
when they had the 3-2-1 setup, the 1-3-2.
Yeah, the 1-3-2 changes, which was a precursor to Overwatch 2, which I'm not trying to say anything with this, but nobody liked it at all. And Roadhog was probably the highlight, where all nearby allies got 25 health per second and 25% damage resistance for like 5 seconds after he popped his take breather. So, I think that's actually like very usable design space to make Roadhog a support. So, I'm glad you brought that up.
It could also be used for other heroes, because we've seen that before, where other heroes were like, they designed something for another hero, and then like they designed something, it went out, and then they put it onto another hero.
Like Symmetra rework to Sigma.
Yeah, pretty much. Or like other sort of like heroes in that general vein. Like I remember like when they were designing Orisa, they put Zarya's or like some sort of like gun on Zarya's body, and experimented with that.
Oh no, Crystal! I
no.
saw that coming from a mile away.
Those shots sometimes are just not worth it, man. They aren't worth it.
Yeah, especially with everybody being in DPS, there's no exceptionally key targets because everybody has the same role.
And the compositions are all over the place. Speaking of compositions, Sir Olin, what would you say is your favorite composition in Overwatch? It can be any composition that you have played. It doesn't have to be one that is particularly meta right here and right now.
Oh, well, I know I'm gonna get drilled for this, but I really like playing ball comp.
Yes! Yes!
That's gotta be my favorite. It seems so chaotic, but you have to have so much team synergy to play it. So I like it a lot.
Thank you.
And I get to play that cool Zen character, and do a lot of damage.
Nobody else has said Ball. Everybody else has said they hated Ball. Ball's my favorite tank, my favorite character in the game right now. So I appreciate that you said that.
Ball is the most fun character next to Doomsday together. So yeah, I can see it.
I mean, he is a hamster in a giant metal sphere. So what else could you want in a video game?
Very true.
You can have a hamster in a giant metal sphere. PDK getting 3.
I mean, that is pretty good.
Yes.
At 5 HP as well. That is really good.
Yeah.
So I've missed this question. This is another one that I've been trying to ask everybody, but I have missed it with a couple of people. You, on the similar subject to my previous question of the add any hero to the game, given the cast in Overwatch, if you didn't know about the Overwatch 2 reworks, like the Orisa rework, the somewhat of a Brig rework that they tried to do, and no comment on how good of a rework it is, outside of the few reworks that Overwatch 2 has shown, which hero would you most want reworked, and how would you do it?
Oh, that's a tough question. Tough question for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of just like character that's really bad. I think.
You want a second to think
Diva
about it?
kind of needs a rework.
Oh, Diva!
Yeah, like she's like OP. Overwatch 1. Like she's played in pretty much every single comp, but she's terrible in Overwatch 2. So I think I'd like to see them do something else with Diva. Be able to provide that main tank type feel.
Maybe widen defense matrix a little bit could be interesting. Make it a couple meters, like 2 meters wider on both sides. That could be some interesting design space.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. Sure.
I mean, they've nerfed Diva before. I'm surprised they didn't go back to those changes when they brought Diva over to Overwatch 2. They just said like, oh, you get to melee now while you're flying. Even less control.
Oh wait, they did that?
Yeah, you can melee when you're flying, and you won't stop. I found that out the hard way.
Oh, I'm not sure if I like that.
It's very hard to learn.
I mean, I have the hold shift myself, so it doesn't affect me much. I built that.
I think something that would be cool with Diva changes like her missiles, like changing that in a way, or even changing the ability completely to something else.
Do you have an idea as how it would end up?
Not a clue. Not a clue.
Okay. Well, I do kind of agree. I think that the micro missiles are a little bit uninspired and problematic, so seeing that potentially changed into, like, I don't know. Given Diva's current design space of being a, she's a esports player for, what's the game type? StarCraft, but what kind of a game is it? I forgot. RTS. She's a pro RTS gamer, so I think doing something inspired by that for her new E would be a really interesting design space. They've moved away from thematic character designs a little bit, so I think that would be an interesting way to get back into it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that would be pretty good.
Definitely be interesting. Right now, Indigo doing a pretty good job with this all tanks composition. They've already won the map because they've already taken 2 points, and this is the last point that we play. So no matter what, Indigo are walking away, bringing us into a high series heading into our final map, which, oh no, deciding a series with total mayhem.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's always a fun way to end off. Serlin, which team are you on?
I'm on Indigo.
So hope you're proud of your team making it the map 5, and hoping yourself that you're going to win said map 5, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean that's the plan. I may even let you guys pick my hero that I play.
Oh wait, for real?
Any suggestions? Yeah. Any
So Total
suggestions?
Mayhem, make sure neither team plays Sombra because I have officially banned her. That is the word of the monster. Outside of that, though, I want to see some rat, some thematic rat, for sure,
Okay.
because it is Total Mayhem, which is named after Drunkrat's passive. And then maybe some funny Infinite Flight Diva would be nice.
Oh yeah.
Could it also get those, like, what, 2-second sleeps without it? Put the entire enemy team to sleep?
Actually, they nerfed the sleep there, so you can only put one person to sleep at a time, and it's not infinite.
Oh no.
Well, I tried.
I don't get to play my main then.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure
you
that's
can.
what...
You can just spy
I
on
can.
everybody.
That's
You could,
true.
you could just make it so the team has no healing at any point whatsoever. Even if they have 6 healers.
So potentially one last question while they're finishing up this map, as it looks like it's probably going to be a tight neck race here for whichever team can manage to keep this third objective. It looks like Indigo currently winning the fight, but what is your favorite ice cream flavor, Serlin?
Favorite ice cream? Does it have to be just like one solid flavor or?
Go ahead, go wild with it. I said my
Okay,
favorite is
alright.
chocolate with Reese's Cup and Reese's Peanut and peanut butter swirl.
Okay, yeah, I like Reese's peanut butter cup ice
Yeah.
cream. I usually actually get it like in a shake instead though, with pump of hot fudge.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good.
Wait, is that actually your answer? Do we have the same answer?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
definitely mine.
Twinsies.
Thanks. But have you considered, Sorol and Moose Tracks ice cream at all?
Moose Tracks is very good, I will say. It's up there.
Ty
It's-
probably doesn't even know what Moose Tracks is.
I vaguely know.
It's vanilla ice cream with peanut butter cups and fudge swirl inside.
Oh yeah, that. No, I don't love that, but it's definitely up there with some of the better ice cream flavors.
When I found out it existed, it was the only thing I ever ate for ice cream.
I
That
just
is
find in general.
Yeah, I also just don't eat a lot of sweets in general.
So we're nothing alike.
Yeah, you're not eating many sweets, but your team also doesn't look very sour at how this map went. 3-0 on Li Zhang for Indigo.
Indigo just better.
Yeah,
It's better.
I guess so.
Easy. We weren't drafted by Navino. But yeah, Indigo take the map, and before we send you off back over to your Transcendence tier buddies, Sorolin, any last words, any thanks you want to give before we send you back over there?
I just appreciate you guys having me on here and having this great community for people to call home. It's an awesome place. It's got a great community and it's really fun. It's awesome.
Thank you so much for coming, and thanks for participating for 3 seasons now. And hopefully, we see you in season 9. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. But yeah, we'll be sending you back
sure.
right now. Yep, see ya.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, so now we have come to a crossroads and our final map of the series here, Ty. Every All-Star event has a different last series, and tonight it's Total Mayhem on Watchpoint Gibraltar.
And as I've already said, hopefully both teams do ban Sombra as the most unfun Total Mayhem character. Just makes people not allowed to play the game, and you know, it's just not fun when you have a 4-second hack that lasts for 5 seconds. Not especially enjoyable to go up against, and hopefully our final guest of the night, Gap, does agree with me there.
Yeah, well, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what Total Mayhem brings here, because Total Mayhem is a weird mode where it constantly never ends, and it constantly feels like that the enemy team is in the advantage. It constantly feels like the defending team is in the advantage. It'll be interesting to see what it's like here on a payload map, especially one as like Watchpoint Gibraltar. We're getting stuff sorted, making sure all the teams are all sorted and ready for our final map of the series. It's going to be interesting to see how everything goes.
I normally personally associate Total Mayhem with Dorado, because that's the map that I always end up playing with Total Mayhem, and the spawns never end, so it always goes very, very chaotic, and It's always fun to see how the teams strategize around specifically playing in Total Mayhem, because it's totally just mayhem.
It is indeed mayhem. Now, the teams obviously getting everybody swapped in and out to make sure that everybody has their fair share of playtime. Right now, the team on the side of Aurum is DNA, Smugs, Poofa, Smarties, Voltage, and Crystal. On the side of Indigo, currently it's Aplom, Sir Olin, Ravage, Tescu, Stinky. Tescu's out. Stinky and Phone are currently still listed there, but most likely we will be seeing people swapped in and out because we want all these All-Stars to have some even playing time. Sly's going to be now coming in for that Indigo side over Tescu.
Just making sure everybody has equivalent playtime, and I could have sworn I've seen a Plum every single map, but that could just be me.
I don't think he played last map because there were no support players on Indigo, so.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
And they have... Well, now they have a main support and a flex support, so they can play... Imagine, like, a regular double bubble comp with Total Mayhem. I wonder how that would work.
Horribly.
I mean, you have 4 seconds between each bubble as the Winston player, and that's just your allied bubble. And it gives your Zarya 80 charge if it's broken. It's pretty good.
I mean, and even in that instance, it's just going to be like, the Winston and the Zarya will never die. Nothing dies.
Yeah, that is generally how Total Mayhem works, but yeah. You know, the 2 best ways to kill people. High power with damage boosts, aka a high-powered Zarya with a nano potentially, and knocking people off the ledge, Winston, so...
Yeah, we're waiting. We're currently getting everything set up. We're still waiting for people to, enter the VC, which is kind of important. If you're listening to this, all these Transcendence tier All-Stars, please enter your VC. Apparently, they're talking to Yeti as well, just making sure everything is getting sorted, because he ended up joining the VC to talk to them. But yeah, definitely going to be an interesting series. And an interesting way to end off a tiebreaker here, as I take a sip of water.
Yeah, it's, unfortunately, Mr. Yeti, I am better than the stream, I guess, as he's just causing the delays.
Look, man, he didn't come in today because he's sick. We'll give him a break.
Hey, I'll give him a little bit of a break, but that's not characteristic for me, so he's gonna wonder what's going on if I give him a break, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, very interested to see how Watchpoint Gibraltar goes, and the main reason I said double bubble is because Watchpoint Gibraltar is a very good double bubble map.
Definitely interested. And also, make note, this is not the last All-Star event we have. Tomorrow, 8:30 Eastern Distance Time, same place, about the same time that we started here this stream, is our Discord tier North American All-Star match, our final All-Star match, and our final production of Tranquility Gaming Season 8, barring any last-minute changes in terms of announcements and whatnot. That is going to be happening next week at the exact same time. You don't want to miss that, because Discord is always the interesting tier.
Yeah, I mean, you have the chaos of Harmony plus the mechanics of Transcendence mixed into a boiling pot of pure chaos and carnage. What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? As it looks like we're going to be getting into the room here very shortly. And of course, we're going to be dragging in our special interview guests once we are able to get everything sorted and get all these sort of players in. Again, Cap is going to be coming in and talking with us, which means we all have to suffer for a little bit.
Unfortunate. You know, sometimes things happen and you have to deal with it. And this is just one of those times. Not everybody wants to talk to Gap, but, that's what the universe has decided will happen. I don't have enough energy right now to improvise what I'm saying, but thankfully the teams are almost ready. We're about to go into the game, which means we're about to bring in our guest.
Absolutely. We're going to be bringing in Gap actually right about now.
Hey, Gap.
Gap!
Hello.
How's your day going, Gap?
Pretty well.
Yeah.
Pretty chilling.
Yeah. That's all? Just chilling?
Being
chilling?
Now about to watch a 30-minute game, yeah?
Yeah.
Welcome to Total Mayhem. There's going to be 4 meters on the payload overall, and nobody's going to die the entire game. It's just going to be 2 C9s at the 8-meter mark.
Yep.
Take a shot for every minute of overtime that passes.
Oh god, you're going to kill me.
I'm going to kill everyone.
Unless we have, like... I don't know who's somebody who can handle alcohol very well. Ron Swanson. If you got that reference, thank you. But Gap, you played for Carnage and coached Luminous Foxes. Am I correct?
Yeah, and I also coached Galactic Penguins in like the first stage.
Wow, so you really were cheating on everybody this season, weren't you?
Yeah.
Nice. How do you feel about your team, all of your 14 and a half teams' results this season?
I think we could have done better on Carnage. I was really happy with what I did with Galactic before I ended up leaving. And then Luminous, I was kind of just like an assistant coach for Bernie, because he kind of needed help coaching like DPS and tanks. But other than that, I mean, I think I had a pretty fun Trank season.
At the end of the day, that's all that really matters, just making sure that you're having a good time, having fun, and, you know, 2 kills have actually happened. This twice as many as I thought would happen in the first 2 minutes, and here we are, 40 seconds in, 3 kills.
Yeah, that's 4 kills, actually. Well,
Wow, we are really being spoiled.
Yeah, we're being...
It might go a little quicker than expected.
Yeah. They might actually cap a point. That's... Didn't think this would happen. I need to rewrite my script.
Smugs did say he was locking dim so it'd go quicker, but...
I also said nobody should be playing Sombra, but Smarties breaks my rule. So, everybody make sure you bully Smarties after this.
Or you can just do that. You can get the grab like Stinky did and just eliminate the 2 biggest threats on the enemy team, Smugs and Smarties. And you're still high charge, and you still have those 4-second bubbles. But DNA has a 3-second hook, 2-second hook.
3 second, it's 6 seconds normally, but you did try your best. So, Gap, let's see how good your best is for this question. That was a terrible transition, but I'm rolling with it. All right. So you have the opportunity to design a hero with all of the design space you could possibly want. It can be any role, it can be any abilities, it can be overpowered, underpowered, extremely niche, extremely widespread in potential usage. What are you going to design it as?
So open-ended question.
Yeah.
I would make a character that could do 2 things. So it would have 400 HP, or you know, like just like tank HP basically, but could heal at the same time, the whole team.
Oh.
So it'd be like 2 roles in one, and I would use something like Hog's Hook mechanic as one of the abilities, and then the other as like Lucio's Aura's ability.
Yeah, you're really creative, man. Keep going.
Yeah.
I said keep going. I'm curious where this goes on. You're being very creative.
And then his passive, right, would be, let me think.
Why would it be his? It could be a female character.
Oh no, well it's got to be a tank, so I think it's got to be something with like Hog if he's gonna hook you into him. Got to be a scary face. Probably like some weird face design with like the teeth showing.
Yeah.
So when he hooks you in, you get scared.
Like a shark, man.
Yeah. Hog, but with the mask open. There you go.
That would be pretty scary.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see if Blizzard actually reveals what that looks like genuinely, because it's a very nice design they have with Roadhog. So, you know, finally revealing that it's like General Grievous in a way. Smugs has been trying to combo Stinky in this room for like past 2 minutes, and finally, Stinky built up a grab and just took out the enemy Doomfist.
Yeah, that's how it goes. You know, you try to go for the combo and then you just immediately die. It's how you play Street Fighter. Anyway, Indigo trying to push this in, and now we start the overtime timer. All right, get your drinks ready. We're probably gonna be having a lot of them.
Yep. Make sure you do watch the clock as well to make sure that that you know how many minutes pass, and if it exceeds 5 minutes of overtime, please do not do 1 shot per minute. Do 1 shot every like 3 minutes or something. We don't want to be responsible for deaths. Yeah, it might actually just end as they cap first. Wow.
Going farther than we thought here. Really good job.
To be fair, Orm does have more DPS than tanks. They only got one tank.
And they do have a double bubble for Indigo, which, you know, I don't want to say I called it, but I called it.
Not a lot of
This is the first 3-3, or 2, not 3-3, but 2-2 in the All-Stars.
It is. So, this is the decider.
Yeah, the other.
Here till the break of dawn, waiting for a result to be given.
I mean, I wouldn't be complaining too much. Aplomb, though, doesn't want this to go at all too long with 3 kills that fight and total mayhem as a Mei. That's not something you see every day.
No, but you also don't see a May Blizzard getting a lot of value in total mayhem. So now he's taking a nap. Well deserved.
Yeah. No, resting is important, not to overwork yourself. And speaking of which, being a part of 3 teams at once might not have even been 3 teams, or could have just been 2. How did you manage to balance that sort of a work life? And wow, what a primal!
Well, for Luminous, I wasn't really there for scrims ever. I was just there for VODs. So I was basically just on Carnage, and then Luminous was kind of just like, oh, if you need a VOD, hit me up, you know, set up a time. So I wasn't really that busy. I had like do stuff.
I was thinking GP as well, but if that wasn't
as soon as I left GP, I was never really involved with anything like else that they did. So yeah.
So, Gab, I have a question for you. Out of the history of Overwatch, and whatever time you may have been playing since, what has been your favorite composition?
My favorite comp? You mean to watch or to play?
In any sense. Like, all time.
And watching Clockwork Vendetta play, if I could get a team to play that comp, I would definitely do it.
By the way, we didn't think there was going to be a cap at all, and they got a 1 minute 46-second time bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, Total Mayhem can really be weird sometimes.
Turns out when you focus fire well enough, it doesn't matter how much HP is staring you down. Bob still melts pretty quick.
Crystal's like, stop walking triple bubble, wall shield, hook, sleep, nade.
Stop walking the mold hero, Chris.
Yeah, they are walking Sombra, so it makes sense.
Yeah. I did say beforehand to Sasura Lin, hey, don't play Sombra, you're cringe, and now it turns out Orm or cringe paying the price gonna lose the bragging rights, the oh so important bragging rights. Which team are you on, Gap?
What? Oh, I'm on Orm.
Orm? Is Gap the first Orm we've had tonight, Bowsy?
I believe earlier we had yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
we had a Stinky, Phone, and a Plum, or not a Plum. Stinky, Surlin, and Phone.
Yeah, those are all
Stinky, Phone, Slimal, and Surlin are all.
Slimal. Wow, so you are our first Orm interviewee. How do you feel repping the entirety of your side of the All-Stars?
Oh yeah, you already know. I'm that guy.
Well, now you have the opportunity. None of your teammates can stand up for you. Which teammate would you like to trash talk the most on Orm?
Wait, what?
Who do you want to trash talk?
If you want to trash talk your teammates, now's the time, because they can't stand up for you.
Oh. I don't hate any of them, though. I don't even know half of them. If I was on a team with Ravage, though, I would smack talk Ravage. But he's on the other side.
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
right
fair.
Now, he's dying as we speak.
So only because Ravage fed my entire season of Carnage and season 8 of Tranquility, but, you know, that's besides the point.
So then if you had to pick a Carnage player to trash talk, now I feel like we got some ammo to work with.
Oh, Dab Master for sure. Come on now. He was riding the bench the whole season.
Oh my god! How many games did you guys play in?
Oh, he showed up for 2.
Showed up for 2?
Oh my god!
Man shows up for 2 games and says he's better than me, even if he did show up, he'd be benched.
My lord!
Oh my god!
This is just shade. This is a black hole eclipse being thrown at this poor guy.
There's a lot of things I could say about Dab Master, but I think we'll leave it at that.
If he continued, we'd be eliminating the sun entirely. There would be no sun if we continued. That's how much shade there would be.
Might not be any tranquility if he kept going. You might have to disband with things he's about to say.
Get ready for the roster transactions later today.
We will now be releasing only Gap from Carnage. We thank him for his service and wish him the worst of luck.
Guys, brand new disciplinary actions just released.
Hey babe, new punishment just dropped. And Voltage B, you think he can get this C9?
Nah.
No.
Roland's already coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, he's hacked.
And it's solo EMP as well. Well, an important question, excuse me, is what is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Oh, Moose Tracks for sure.
Yeah!
There we go. Somebody finally said it.
A man of quality.
I mean, I disagree, but it's also a very good pick, so I can't disagree that much.
Yeah. When I go camping in upstate New York, there's a ice cream truck that comes by, and like everyone gets it in the campsite, so, and they got like the best moose trucks there.
I'm used to some of the local places because usually like my family stuff from Maine, where moose tracks is, moose, Maine moose.
Hey guys, let's stop talking about Meese and start talking about Overwatch, am I right?
Yeah. I mean, Big Blizzard coming out from Smugs trying to clean up the fight here for the side of Orem. He was able to find Bone, so Orem has potential. Voltage. The EMP, really? It hit Ravage, but he was in the backline. And Ravage feeds normally, we've learned from Gap, so.
Oh yeah.
It's not
Ravage is always in.
Ravage is always in, either in the graveyard or in the enemy backline. It's really up to circumstance and peel and feeding degree. But right now, looks like to be in the green with a kill on Tapufa.
You know, Ravage, he feeds your games and he bursts your eardrums.
Is that true?
What?
Does he burst your eardrums?
Oh, you seen the comms check?
No. I should probably watch the comms check.
He'll.
Like 5 times left. That's Ravage.
Yeah. It's only when he wants to win. If he's not winning, then he's not talking. But if as soon as he, starts to win, he starts calming like there's no tomorrow.
So, what do you think happens right now? He's just like, rap gob. Some Luma, get this gosh darn Somber Luma.
Yeah. I think, he's probably just not talking because it's Shrink All-Stars and it's for fun, right? So he's probably just running around in the back line just doing air, but he's there.
Or he's just constantly going, ah! Which is just a normal match at that point.
Yep, and I think we're starting to have one of those notorious
never-ending
total
overtime.
mayhem.
Oh, yeah, we're getting it now.
This is the game that doesn't end. Goes on and on, my friend.
Gap, my friend, here is another question from your questioners. You have the opportunity to be... You cannot choose your current role. You have to switch your role, but you get twice as good as you currently are on that role. Assuming... This is a terrible way of phrasing the question. If you had to change your role, what would you change it to?
Okay, well, I'm kind of already doing that, so Okay, I'll just say tank, because I'm kind of already moved on to tank from DPS. So,
is there a reason
if I get twice as better as tank, then I'll take it.
Is there a reason for switching over to tank, or is it just I got bored of being so good?
Honestly, I have fun walking hog and comp, so, it's just kind of like the simple transition over to inting on monkey and scrims and inting on hog on comp, so...
The Season 1 Dallas Fuel, Taimu likes to play Roadhog, and now he's all of a sudden on Winston.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think DPS, like, I've hit my cap, and I think I could do a lot more on tank.
Sure. And do you have any plans on teams for next season, or are you still thinking about...
I'm already on a team, but I don't know if I want to leak it. They are a team that played in Trans Tier this season, and they were in the top 4. I'll give you that much.
So, everybody make sure you do your theory crafting about why Epizeuxis has now signed Gap for a $500,000 contract.
We're gonna
Actually,
start getting Halo
300,000,
thoughts.
but
We're gonna
not
start getting
playing.
Halo thoughts stuff in here.
So make sure everybody starts taking notes about how Epizeuxis is now going into the Overwatch League as the I need a team name. Thousy.
Vendetta Clockwork, or Clockwork Vendetta.
That's the Vendetta Clockwork. There's 2 Blizzards on the field and nobody is dying. This overtime really will not end, will it?
No.
The total mayhem. As the 5-man EMP comes out, the grab as well comes out from DNA, but nobody's dying. Apom dies. Now
Great wall.
dies. There might be an opportunity here, but no one else is dying. Now, okay, yeah. Now it looks like Aurum will be able to push this card in because now they finally found at least one pick. But Phone finds another. This could go either way. Welcome to Total Mayhem. Anything can happen. You can flash fan the hammer every 5 seconds and still win the match.
I mean, I thought that I'd caster cursed it for a second when it started to end, but here comes Phone with 2 kills. She's on a rampage, getting her team back into it, and you know, it's just total mayhem at this point. This is really all you should expect. Potentially, a team should just be fighting on payload, building up some ults. A grab flux combo can do a lot of damage. That's like up to a 2,000 damage across the entire team that immediately goes through. And at this point, we're just waiting for a C9 to happen, I think.
You could force the C9 with the Gravitic Flux. I mean, the grab comes out from Stinky. The grab from the Gravitic Flux from Apon does not come out. So, I mean, it's possible. But there's the Flux. Almost everybody up except Voltage.
Yep, they're able to keep onto the payload. Not gonna be stopped quite yet. And Gap, how are you enjoying this overtime?
I expected this to happen a lot sooner than like in the last round, so I guess we were kind of like bound to get it this round.
Yeah, I agree.
I've been just watching Sly sit on top of high ground for the entire time, just hacking every 2 seconds.
Oh, it looks like it's about to end.
And there it is. It is ended. And Indigo take the all-star victory.
Thank God it's over.
Thank God it is over, Smugs. Oh, what have we just witnessed?
We've witnessed some absolute, complete and utter mayhem.
I mean, we witnessed complete and utter total mayhem.
Yeah, I wanted to make the obvious joke, but I didn't, so thank you for making the obvious joke. And that was such a huge primal rage from Ravage, I would say. Your teammate, he did a good job that one time. You have to gas him.
He got lucky. He got lucky.
You have to gas him for that one play. You can make fun of him for everything else, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got the Ravage.
Well, thank you, Gab, for coming into us and answering our questions. Is there anything you want to say, any thanks you want to give out before we send you back with everybody else and we end off our night?
I just want to thank Trank for doing what it does every season. You know, keeping it going. And excited to play next season for all the new rules.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting with all the rule changes coming in, how it's going to be doing. But thank you, Gap. We're sending you back over to that hellscape, whatever we want to call it. Have fun over there.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right. And thus, that is our night. And thus, the Transcendence tier now is officially capped off. With that, Indigo. The Indigo side is your winners, which means that I drafted the best team over Navino.
Haha, you're so cool.
I mean, Navino isn't. But thank you all for watching here today. Time Monster, is there any last words to say before we end up heading out for the night?
Just the usual Time Monster spiel of always make sure you thank your producers, thank your observers. They do so much more than I think you might quite realize, and they always do a fantastic job. So give them thanks. Laggy was your producer and observer for the night, and he did an excellent job.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Laggy Son, for being our producer and observer tonight. And make sure tomorrow that you stay tuned, because tomorrow is our Discord tier All-Stars match. It's going to be even more chaotic than this one, though. Total Mayhem may not be included.
Maybe not, but I'm sure it made one hell of a viewing experience.
Definitely did. And it extended our viewership past the 2-hour mark. So, we thank you all for watching. Until we meet again, we hope you have an amazing night.